Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to my channel. Place where we talk about controversial topics. We try and dive into issues that we face every day that a lot of people don't want to tackle. But I do everything I can to talk about them, even though I've been blocked a few times by YouTube. Because when you talk about the truth, the powers that be don't like that. Would be something that what the government doesn't want people to know, but that's what they do. They try and stop you from saying what you need to say. That is the truth. But we're gonna say it like it is. So today we're gonna talk about what just happened yesterday. Talk about this football final that happened yesterday and the post-racism that has happened. Which is absolutely disgusting. It's just so bad, so terrible. These three black players, the abuse they faced online, I mean, it's just appalling, just because they missed penalties. I mean, it just goes to show you what type of people we have out here in the UK, I know that there's a lot of people that are not racist out there, but these are the other type of people that we have in our society that will take every opportunity to incite racism. The abuse online has been described by the team's manager, Gareth Southgate, as unforgivable. And that's what it is. And just not what the British team stands for and should not stand for. But unfortunately, black players have been facing racism, not just in England, but across Europe. We've seen lots of incidents. For example, in the past, we saw this Italian player, I forgot his name. He's a very popular Italian player. He was, I think, was he born in Italy or was he adopted? I'm not sure. But he's a big star in Italy and he's faced so much racism. And I could go through a countless number of black players in Europe that have faced so much racism. Is it about black players that Europeans have against? Is it because they're the best players in football? I mean, what is it? I mean, it's the jealousy is obviously evident, and then it's resorted to racism. Marcus Rashford, Jordan Sancho, and Bukayo Saka were targeted on social media after they missed penalties in the 3-2 shootout defeat at Wembley Stadium. I mean, besides the racism, let's talk about what Central London looked like yesterday after the football. Leicester Square, Trafalgar Square, OMG. It looked nothing short of a bomb zone with trash everywhere. Worse, 10 times worse than the carnival. What sort of people are these? So, I think about a month and a half ago, I posted a video about Sasha, the Black Lives Matter girl who was shot, and I was expressing my condolences to her and reinforcing what she was fighting for. Okay, and I got a lot of abuse. I got lots of abuse on that video. I got comments on the video, people swearing at me, people, just lots of people just, saying I'm inciting racism, whatever, just because I was talking about the fact that she could have been shot by, racist, but the story wasn't clear. But people were just saying to me, oh, Black Lives Matter is not welcome in England, blah blah blah. But this is the reason why Black Lives Matter is important. Okay, a man was thrown in front of the train and one was thrown over the bridge into the River Thames. I mean, come on, what more do we need? What more do we need to fight racism in this country? What's wrong with my skin? I've got a beautiful skin. Look, what's wrong with my skin? I'm a human being. I eat what you eat. I shit what you shit. I drink water. I dream. I have a spirit like you. I have 2 eyes like you. I have a brain like you, if not a better one. So what is it that you don't like about us? Really? And I mean, these racists have been tweeting about racism on Twitter, and Twitter has failed to bring down those posts. This is another issue. I posted about, what did I post? I tweeted and I was saying, herbal medicine is better than chemical medicine. And that tweet was brought down like immediately. They told me it was misleading for me to say that, but they have racist tweets that are still sitting there and no one is taking them down. What's going on with it? What's wrong with society? What's going on? The England team would never have reached the finals without these black players. They are the best players in the team. Without them, they wouldn't be where they are. And this is thank you that they get. Metropolitan Police said they were investigating the unacceptable social media comments on both Instagram and Twitter, while the UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson has condemned the racist abuse, which is a step in the right direction. But the fact is the Met Police really going to investigate this? Are they really going to arrest anyone? We shall wait and see. Tell you, when I moved to this country early 2000, I didn't see a lot of racism. I think maybe I was oblivious to it. I don't know. Maybe I was busy partying and I didn't really notice any racism. But I really feel like it's become worse. Like early 2000, I didn't see that much racism, but now it seems like because of these social media platforms, racism has been elevated to another level. TikTok, Instagram, it's just become really toxic. TikTok, when it first came out, was a fun app where people could just jump on it and do a dance or do something fun. But now it's become a racial platform. And it's really sad. The matter is there is an issue in football. Okay, obviously. There is an issue in society where we feel it's acceptable basically to criticize players for sporting actions because of the color of their skin. Prince William said he was sickened by the discriminatory abuse, while the Football Association in England said in a statement it was appalled. I mean, it's good for Prince William to come and say out these things because there's recently been issues, racism, spoken about towards the royal family. So it's good that he's coming out and condemning this type of action. How many white players have missed penalties in the past? David Beckham was one of them who missed penalties, but black people did not go out there and start targeting white people because white players missed penalties. It's ridiculous. Media companies must take immediate action. They're just sitting on their back doing nothing. Like commonplace for players to receive abuse on social media platforms. This is the #1 place where they are racially abused. Hearing these platforms saying, oh, we are committed to eliminating discrimination and encouraging diversity amongst our workforce. What have you done? You've done nothing. You just say words, but you don't take any action. Investigation will be carried out in regards to this unacceptable incident. Okay, full investigate will be carried out, and then what? What's going to happen? Are you going to introduce any policies to stop this thing from happening in the future? How many years have black players been campaigning for anti-racism in football? For so many years, and nothing has been done about it. It's not our fault that we are good in sport, that we are good in what we do. Every sport that we go into, we literally we dominate. It's not our fault. It's our genes. It's in our genes, okay? That's what we do. That's how we are superior in our genes when it comes to that. Don't hate us for that. It's a God-given gift. Because you're good at something does not mean that you make mistakes, you will miss something. Those are young players, okay? They're still growing, so they will miss penalties, they will make mistakes, just like any other player, all right? So you don't have to demonize them for that, all right? Because if we put you in the same situation, you won't be able to score that goal. So shut your mouth. Complain about China, how they monitor their platforms. This is the reason why they do it. Okay, because things get out of hand, people get abused online. Okay, obviously we don't want the draconian laws like China, but it needs to be policed in some way. It needs to be monitored. The online posts that that are posted, the people that are accused of racism need to be monitored online or need to be completely banned from online platforms. This year, a former Arsenal forward player, Thierry Henry, deleted his social media accounts following a spate of online racist abuse aimed at black footballers. And he said, what he said was the inability of social media companies to hold users accountable for their actions is the reason why he's doing that. In a few weeks after Henry had closed his accounts, English football clubs and governing bodies took part in a 3-day social media blackout to protest against abuse. It doesn't have to be like that, you know. If you're sitting with someone and they're black and you're enjoying football together, and then you lose the game, and all of a sudden you turn around and you look at the black person like, oh, I'm gonna attack you now because a black player just made us lose. I was watching football last night at my local pub, and it was nice. People there were nice and everything, but when those players missed the penalties, I felt the tension. You know, I knew that there was going to be some sort of racial abuse the next morning. So I quickly left because I didn't want to face any drunk hooligans in the bar. So I left as soon as I could. Been multiple calls for social media companies to do more to tackle racism on their platforms, but they've done nothing. I mean, it comes after several footballers were racially abused online in recent weeks. I mean, on Sunday, Manchester United player Anthony Martial was racially abused on Instagram after his side's 1-0 draw at West Brom, says, yeah. We need to start looking at really racism in itself, you know, why people are so racist, why they can't shake it off. I mean, we have one of the European science history heroes, Albert Einstein. He called racism a disease of white people in his little-known fight for civil rights. Guys, thank you for watching. It's not really particularly a happy video, but has to be addressed. You know, if we're gonna beat racism, we need to stand together. Otherwise, if racism cannot be eradicated, then we'll need to think about separation, living separately, because we are tired as black people of living with this type of disease, because we are not these kind of people. If you travel to Africa as white people, you will never get treated like this, okay? So we expect the same type of treatment from you, all right? So we as British citizens, if we cannot live together, then we have a big problem. But hopefully we can work our way forward, and because I know there's a lot of white people that are not racist, you know, but for black people it's difficult because you don't know who's racist and who's not. All right, if you have 10,000 people coming to your door, racists coming to your door, trying to break down your door, and 1,000 of those are not racist, you will not know. You're not going to open your door and hope for the best and hope that those 1,000 non-racists will stand out and save you. You don't know who's racist and who's not, so you're going to keep your door shut. You know, so guys, think about that, and hopefully we can all come together and be as one and be happy, because that's what we are. Africans, we're happy, we love everyone, and we don't hate anyone, basically. You know, we only hate those that hate us. You know, people start talking to us, saying to us, when we bring up racism, they start saying, oh, reverse racism. When you talk, as an African, when you try and talk about racism, they say you're racist too. No, you're not. You know, we are not racist. We cannot be racist by definition. We can be prejudiced, but not racist. So, all right. Thanks for watching, everybody, and peace.